Welcome to Remembering Stars, where Stephen brings you heartfelt tributes to the lives of unforgettable figures who brightened the world with their talent and presence. This channel honors beloved names from film, music, television, and culture, reflecting on the memories, achievements, and inspiration they left behind. Here, every story is a celebration of lives that will always continue to shine. Claudia Cardono, born on April 15, 1938, was widely admired for her effortless elegance and quiet strength on screen. From the beginning of her career, she carried a natural presence that felt genuine and deeply human. Her performances were never overdone or artificial. Instead, they drew viewers in with subtle emotion and a calm intensity that lingered long after the scene ended. She became an important figure in European cinema, especially within Italian filmmaking, during a period when storytelling relied heavily on emotion and atmosphere. Claudia had a rare gift for expression, often communicating complex feelings with a single look or gesture. Whether portraying sorrow, resilience, or joy, she brought a level of honesty that made her characters feel real and relatable. What set her apart over the decades was her consistency. Rather than chasing changing trends, she allowed her career to grow naturally, choosing roles that reflected her artistic sensibility. As a result, she remained relevant across generations, admired by both longtime audiences and those who discovered her through classic films. Off-screen, Claudia was known for her quiet dignity and thoughtful approach to her craft. She valued her work deeply and avoided unnecessary attention, letting her performances speak for themselves. Claudia Cardono passed away at the age of 87, marking the end of a remarkable era in cinema. Her legacy lives on through her films and the emotions she captured so gracefully, leaving behind a timeless standard of artistry and presence. Prisilla Anderson, known for her work as a choreographer and dancer, has died at the age of 45 after a long struggle with cancer. She was widely admired for her talent and energy in the dance world, including her time working with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, where she contributed as a choreographer and helped shape performances with her creative vision. Her story also reached a broader audience through the reality series Country Ever After, which shared glimpses of her life with her husband, country singer Coffey Anderson, and their family life. Before her illness, she built an impressive career as a professional hip-hop dancer, performing alongside major artists such as Britney Spears, Rihanna, and Snoop Dogg. Her journey reflected both discipline and passion, and she remained connected to the entertainment world even as she shifted into choreography and television appearances, including America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Her family shared a heartfelt final message written in her voice, expressing peace, faith, and love for her children and loved ones. She emphasized gratitude for her life and the importance of staying strong through difficult moments. She is remembered not only for her professional achievements but also for her resilience, warmth, and the lasting inspiration she left behind for her children, family, and fans. Born on December 8, 1939, Jerry Butler became one of the most respected and enduring voices in American soul music. Known as the Iceman, he earned that nickname for his calm, controlled vocal style that carried emotion in a subtle, powerful way. Rather than overwhelming listeners, he drew them in with smooth phrasing and a quiet intensity that felt deeply authentic. He first gained recognition as the original lead singer of The Impressions, a group that played a major role in shaping the sound of soul music. During that period, he helped create and perform the classic For Your Precious Love, a song that remains meaningful to listeners even decades later. It marked the beginning of a career built on both artistry and storytelling. As a solo artist, Butler's influence continued to grow. With more than 55 appearances on the Billboard charts, he maintained a steady presence in R&B and soul music for many years. Songs like Only the Strong Survive highlighted his ability to blend emotional depth with refined musical delivery, earning him lasting respect from both fans and fellow musicians. Beyond his work in music, he was also known for his thoughtful character and dedication to his community, carrying himself with quiet dignity throughout his life. Jerry Butler passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy defined by soul, resilience, and timeless expression. His voice continues to echo through music history, influencing generations of artists who followed. Joe Louis passed away at the age of 66, leaving behind a legacy that reshaped both boxing and American sports culture. Often remembered as more than just a champion, he stood as a figure of strength, dignity, and quiet determination during a period of deep social division in the United States. In the 1930s and 1940s, Louis dominated the heavyweight division for nearly 12 years, achieving the longest championship reign in boxing history. His success in the ring was historic, but his influence reached far beyond athletic achievement. At a time when racial inequality was still deeply rooted in society, he became one of the first African-American athletes to earn widespread national admiration, breaking barriers through both performance and character. What made Joe Louis truly unforgettable was not only his victories, but the way he represented himself. He was known for his calm presence, respectful demeanor, and powerful yet composed fighting style. Fans saw in him a rare combination of humility and greatness, which helped him earn respect across different communities and generations. Even years after his passing, his legacy continues to hold meaning. Joe Louis is remembered as a champion whose impact extended beyond titles and records, shaping the idea that true greatness lies in character, perseverance, and the ability to inspire lasting change. Raul Malow is remembered as a distinctive voice in modern music, an artist whose sound carried warmth, depth, and emotion from the very first note. Born on February 7, 1965, he grew into a musician who never limited himself to a single genre. As the lead singer of the Mavericks, he helped shape a style that blended country influences with rock energy and Latin-inspired rhythms, creating a sound that felt both familiar and refreshingly original. What truly defined Malow was not just his vocal ability, but the feeling he brought into every performance. Whether singing a slow, emotional ballad or a more energetic track, he delivered each song with honesty and heart. His voice often carried a storytelling quality, making listeners feel connected to the lyrics in a personal way. Over time, the Mavericks developed a dedicated fan base drawn to their individuality and refusal to follow trends. Outside of performing, Malow had a deep respect for music in all its forms. His wide range of influences shaped his artistic choices, allowing him to experiment freely while still maintaining a signature sound. This willingness to explore different styles helped him stand apart in a crowded industry. Raul Malow passed away at the age of 60, leaving behind a musical legacy that continues to resonate. His recordings remain a lasting reminder of an artist who followed his own path and created music filled with emotion, character, and timeless appeal. Alan Jackson is one of the most recognizable figures in modern country music, known for a catalog that blends traditional honky-tonk roots with contemporary storytelling. Born in 1958 in Newnan, Georgia, he rose from modest beginnings to become one of the genre's defining voices, selling tens of millions of records and earning numerous chart-topping hits across several decades. His career is often associated with authenticity, a commitment to classic country instrumentation, and songs that reflect everyday life rather than spectacle. In recent years, Jackson has been open about living with Charcot-Marie tooth disease, a hereditary neurological condition that affects muscle strength and coordination. The illness has made touring and performing increasingly difficult, particularly his balance and mobility on stage. Rather than stepping away completely, he has continued to perform selectively, often leaning on emotional resilience and audience connection. His story today is not defined by decline, but by adaptation. An artist navigating physical limitation while holding on to a lifelong identity built around music and storytelling that has shaped generations of listeners. Roots in small-town Georgia. Alan Jackson grew up in Noonan, Georgia, in a working-class household where simplicity and faith shaped daily life. He was the youngest of 5 children, raised in a modest home built by his father. His early environment was not defined by material wealth but by close family bonds and a strong sense of community. Music was a constant presence in the household, especially gospel and country records that played on the radio and at church gatherings. As a child, Jackson was not particularly known for academic or athletic achievement. Instead, he was quiet and observant, absorbing the sounds and stories around him. That environment helped form his later songwriting style, which often emphasizes sincerity and emotional clarity. The rural Georgia landscape, with its slow rhythms and grounded lifestyle, became a lasting influence on his artistic identity. Even before he considered music professionally, the foundation of his perspective was already being shaped by small-town life, where storytelling often served as both entertainment and emotional expression. Discovering music and the first guitar, Jackson's relationship with music deepened when he received his first guitar as a child. It was a simple instrument, but it became central to how he began expressing himself. He taught himself basic chords and learned by listening to country legends such as Hank Williams, George Jones, and Merle Haggard. These influences shaped his understanding of storytelling through song, especially themes of heartbreak, working-class life, and emotional honesty. In his teenage years, music became more than a hobby, it became a private refuge. While his peers focused on typical small-town activities, Jackson spent time practicing guitar and writing early songs. He also sang in local settings, though without any expectation of professional success. At the time, becoming a country star from rural Georgia was not considered a realistic path. Still, the foundation was quietly forming. His early exposure to traditional country music gave him a strong sense of identity that would later distinguish him from more pop-influenced trends in the industry. These formative years established the core of his sound long before he stepped into a recording studio. Early adulthood and life before fame. Before entering the music industry, Alan Jackson lived a life marked by ordinary work and steady relationships. After high school, he held several jobs, including work in retail and construction, while continuing to play music in his spare time. These years were defined by practicality rather than ambition, as he tried to balance stability with his creative interests. In 1979, he married his high school sweetheart, Denise Jackson. Their relationship became a central part of his personal life, especially during the uncertain years that followed. Denise supported him emotionally and financially as he pursued music without a clear path forward. At times, she worked demanding jobs while he continued writing songs and performing in small venues. Their partnership reflected both resilience and sacrifice, as they navigated financial strain and professional uncertainty together. Even before any commercial success, Jackson's life reflected the dual reality of many aspiring artists, the tension between responsibility and artistic pursuit. Those early experiences would later inform his songwriting, which often centers on everyday struggles, relationships, and perseverance. The move to Nashville and years of struggle. In the mid-1980s, Jackson and his wife made the life-changing decision to move to Nashville, Tennessee, the heart of the country music industry. The transition was not easy. Nashville was highly competitive, filled with aspiring musicians hoping for limited opportunities. Jackson initially worked outside of performing music, including a job in a mailroom, while continuing to write songs and play small gigs at local venues. Rejection was a consistent part of this period. Record labels and publishers showed little immediate interest in his traditional sound, which contrasted with the more polished, pop-influenced direction country music was taking at the time. Despite setbacks, Jackson continued refining his songwriting and performance style. His persistence eventually led to a breakthrough opportunity when his wife helped connect one of his demo tapes to established industry figures. This period of struggle became essential to his artistic identity. It reinforced themes of patience, humility, and authenticity that would later define his career. The years in Nashville were not glamorous, but they were foundational in shaping the artist he would become. Breakthrough and arrival in country music. Jackson's debut album, Here in the Real World, released in 1990, marked his official arrival in the country music industry. The title track and several singles quickly gained traction, establishing him as a new voice with a distinctly traditional sound. Unlike many emerging artists of the era, Jackson leaned heavily into classic country influences rather than pop crossover styles. The success of his debut was followed by continued momentum. His early albums showcased a consistency in storytelling, often focusing on relatable themes such as love, heartbreak, and everyday life. Critics and audiences responded to his straightforward style, which stood apart from more heavily produced trends in mainstream music. This breakthrough period solidified Jackson's reputation as part of a movement preserving traditional country music values. He was not only achieving commercial success but also positioning himself as a counterbalance to shifting industry trends. His rise demonstrated that there remained a strong audience for authenticity and simplicity in country music storytelling, defining the sound of the 1990s. Throughout the 1990s, Jackson became one of the most influential figures in country music. Albums such as Don't Rock the Jukebox and Who I Am produced multiple hit singles and helped define the sound of the decade. Songs like Chattahoochee and Remember When became cultural touchstones, blending nostalgia with accessible storytelling. During this time, country music itself was undergoing significant change, with increasing crossover into pop and rock elements. Jackson remained committed to traditional instrumentation, including steel guitar and fiddle, which helped distinguish his work from emerging trends. His approach resonated strongly with audiences who valued the genre's roots. He received numerous awards and became a consistent presence on country charts. Beyond commercial success, his influence extended to shaping the direction of the genre itself. Many artists cited him as an example of maintaining authenticity while achieving mainstream recognition. By the end of the decade, Jackson was not just a successful performer but a defining figure in modern country music history, a song that spoke for a nation. Following the September 11, 2001 attacks, Jackson wrote, "Where Were You? When the World Stopped Turning," a reflective song that captured the emotional uncertainty of the time. Rather than focusing on political themes, the song emphasized personal experience, faith, and human connection in the aftermath of tragedy. When he performed the song at the Country Music Association Awards, it resonated deeply with audiences across the United States. Its simplicity and emotional honesty allowed listeners to process grief in a personal way. The song quickly became one of the most significant cultural responses to the event within the music industry and earned major awards, including recognition at the Grammy Awards. Jackson has described the song as a personal response rather than a calculated artistic decision. Its impact, however, extended far beyond its original intention. It remains one of the most defining moments of his career, illustrating how music can serve as a form of collective reflection during national crises, health challenges, and continued resilience. In recent years, Jackson has publicly shared his diagnosis of Charcot-Marie tooth disease, a progressive neurological condition that affects muscle control and balance. The condition has made performing more physically demanding, particularly during long tours. Despite these challenges, he has continued to appear on stage, often adapting performances to accommodate his limitations. His approach to the illness has been marked by openness and determination. Rather than withdrawing from music entirely, he has chosen to continue performing when possible, emphasizing the emotional connection with audiences over physical perfection. This phase of his life reflects a shift from career expansion to preservation and endurance. Alongside health challenges, Jackson's personal life has also experienced strain and reconciliation over the years, particularly within his long marriage. However, his public narrative has consistently emphasized commitment, family, and stability as central values. These elements have remained constant even as physical circumstances have changed. Faith, quiet strength, and the meaning behind the music. Throughout Alan Jackson's life and career, faith has remained a steady undercurrent shaping both his music and his personal outlook. Raised in a deeply religious household in rural Georgia, he grew up surrounded by church hymns, Sunday services, and the sense that music could carry spiritual weight beyond entertainment. That foundation never left him, even as fame transformed his life from small-town beginnings into international recognition. Many of his songs reflect this influence indirectly, focusing on themes such as gratitude, loss, perseverance, and the search for meaning in everyday experiences. Unlike artists who foreground religion as a public identity, Jackson has typically expressed faith in quieter, more personal ways. It appears in his songwriting choices, his humility in interviews, and his consistent emphasis on family and grounding values. Even during periods of intense success or personal difficulty, he has often returned to the idea that life is built on more than achievement or recognition. This perspective also shaped how he handled challenges, including health struggles later in life. Rather than framing adversity as purely tragic, he has often approached it with acceptance and resilience. In this way, faith for Jackson is not a performance but a framework, something that informs how he understands success, hardship, and purpose. It is one of the invisible threads running through his entire career, connecting the boy who learned gospel songs in Georgia to the artist who later stood on the world's biggest stages. Family, marriage, and private life. Alan Jackson's marriage to Denise Jackson has been a defining aspect of his personal story. The couple has navigated both the pressures of fame and periods of separation and reconciliation. Their relationship has endured decades of public attention, career demands, and personal challenges. Together, they have raised 3 daughters, maintaining a strong emphasis on privacy despite Jackson's fame. He has often prioritized family life over industry visibility, choosing to keep much of his personal world separate from his public persona. This balance has contributed to his reputation as a grounded figure within the entertainment industry. While fame introduced complexity into their marriage, it also reinforced the importance of stability and commitment. Their relationship has been openly discussed in interviews and writings, reflecting both difficulties and long-term dedication. Family remains a central anchor in Jackson's life, shaping how he approaches both career decisions and personal priorities. Enduring legacy of a country icon, Alan Jackson's career spans more than 4 decades, marked by consistency, influence, and a strong commitment to traditional country music. His catalog includes dozens of #1 hits and albums that have shaped the genre's modern identity. Beyond commercial success, his legacy lies in his role as a steward of classic country storytelling. Even as health challenges have affected his ability to perform, his influence remains significant. Younger artists continue to cite his work as foundational, and his songs remain staples of country radio. His ability to connect deeply with audiences through simple, direct storytelling has ensured lasting relevance. Jackson's story is ultimately one of endurance, through early struggle, industry change, personal challenges, and physical limitation. Rather than fading from view, he has remained present in the cultural memory of country music, representing a bridge between its past and its present. Closing reflection on a life in song. Alan Jackson's journey reflects the evolution of country music over the past half-century, from small-town roots to global recognition. His life has been shaped by persistence, personal sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity in songwriting. While fame brought success, it also introduced challenges that tested both health and family life. Today, his performances carry added emotional weight, shaped by experience and physical limitation, yet still grounded in the same storytelling instincts that defined his earliest work. His legacy is not only measured in awards or record sales, but in the cultural resonance of his music. From rural Georgia to international stages, Jackson's story remains rooted in the idea that simple songs can carry profound meaning. His voice, shaped by time and experience, continues to represent a form of country music that values honesty over spectacle and emotion over performance. Top of form, bottom of form.